Jade had the idea of making a full podcast episode out of our voice notes because there are some nuggets in there.
Mm. Yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah. I thought we could talk about one that we have had lately, a voice note that we've shared lately and talked about. That being, we've really noticed how. Oh, mind blank. We've really noticed how the people that are supposedly closest to you will not support you.
Mm.
Not publicly, anyway.
Yeah, I think in the voice note, the first one that you sent, you were noticing how when you're doing really well, or it looks like you're doing really well, people aren't there to support you. Like they might be watching, but they aren't really like cheering as much. Whereas if you are suddenly doing really badly, or you do a post like crying or something, or saying, "Oh, I really need help, I'm struggling," then you'll get so much support. But it seems like it may be a Kiwi thing to not really support until you need it. I don't know. Is that what you meant? Shan's downing cookies and milk right now. Please hold. She's hysterical on the muted mic.
That was good. It's all stuck in my teeth now. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. And I think in a previous episode, I talked about a TikTok that I had seen from someone else saying that Australians and New Zealanders don't support your goodness like Americans. Americans are really supportive of each other's good stuff. And yeah, now that I am posting TikToks and the podcast is continuing, I really understand that.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? How people are like that. Because they're there, they're there and
Yeah.
they're watching.
Yeah.
And we're all guilty of it.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good that we would support each other if we were upset, like New Zealanders and Australians.
Mm. Yeah. I think some of it's probably like it makes them feel better. They can suddenly jump in and help and be supportive. And
Yeah, so true.
I'm sure it's not all of that, but I guess it depends on the situation.
I think they don't we don't realize that helping someone makes us feel good. It's not really about the helping them. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if it's like related to the tall poppy thing. What is the definition of tall poppy syndrome?
Yeah, I hear about it a lot with like British people, and then it's definitely common in New Zealand. It's not really associated with America as much.
No. Tall poppy syndrome refers to people criticizing, resenting, or attacking someone due to that person's success.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people resent others for what they're doing.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? It's horrible that we're like that,
Yeah,
but I'm sure there's a reason for it.
yeah,
When you look at the most successful people, like in their own field, like the biggest creatives or athletes or whatever, they're often people who aren't like that, or they've fought that, and they're way better at lifting other people up and giving everyone else an opportunity, and being
yeah.
humble and modest. But
I think it would be easier to be like that when you are already high up
yeah.
because there's nothing you have to worry about. No one's going to take your place. But it's the same when you're starting out. Like, there rarely is room for everyone.
Mm, I don't know. There's definitely, I'm sure, a lot of people at the top that are. terrified. Like, I think so many people live in that mindset of there's not enough. I need to like
Mm.
get more and grow and do better and be better than everyone else and have more than everyone else.
Yeah, a lack mindset
Mm,
is so common.
yeah, definitely. And I see it a lot with small businesses because I work with so many businesses. I see it with a lot
Mm.
of them. Some of my clients and friends that own businesses are really awesome at being like team players, and they all look after each other and they'll recognize that there's more than enough customers to go around, and you can have
Mm.
like a different vibe and attract your people, and they can have their own vibe and attract their people, and the people will choose one. But
Yeah.
then there are plenty around that are like they'll talk badly about other businesses behind their back and just kind of like sabotage things and be really closed, and like they'll leave a bad
Mm.
review or start drama online. And I see that always hurts the business that's doing that more. Like they'll always the
Mm.
customers see that and go, "Oh, I don't really vibe with that person that's making that drama."
Yeah. Yeah, well, that creates like a negative field,
Mm,
so people don't want to go towards that. Well, negative people will be drawn to it, but
mm.
the ones above that won't want a bar of it.
Yeah, and from like a law of attraction mindset, if you believe that there isn't enough customers, then you're not going to attract customers. If you're trying to
Mm.
like force all of this stuff to happen, like you need to believe that there's customers out there, they'll find you, the money will come.
Yeah. I actually just recently saw two small homeware stores that are new supporting each other and buying from each other and
Hmm.
sharing them on their story.
Oh, cool.
And I thought that that was super cool, yeah.
Hmm.
And since noticing all of this too, I've taken it upon myself to support people more publicly and comment on stuff and like stuff because I'm so guilty of scrolling and seeing something that I like, but it's not an instinct to like it or comment on it.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling and not, I'm like a ghost.
Is that a Gen Z thing too? Because I feel like Gen Z doesn't comment as much unless it's like a meme or something. That they won't
Yeah,
comment
maybe.
on anything or like maybe an emoji or something, but it's never anything deep or
Yeah,
complimentary.
yeah. Maybe it feels kind of icky to us because other people can see your comments. And I feel like Gen Z are always in the comments reading,
Mm.
but not being the ones to comment. And because we're lurking, we know that other people are lurking and we don't want to be seen commenting on something, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It's so weird. I don't
So weird.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, why do I not comment on things? Because I don't think I care what people see if I comment on somebody else's thing, but
Yeah.
I don't know. And there's so many like bots and stuff out there too that I don't know.
Mm. What do you think about millennials versus Gen Z when it comes to saying, for example, hi, what are you doing? Because my partner's a millennial and I'm Gen Z, and we always talk about how for him, he gets annoyed when people just say to him, like, what are you doing? Or like, we'll text him and say, what are you doing? Instead of, hey, what are you doing? Whereas I would prefer someone to just say, what are you doing? Like, I don't care about the hi or the hello.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Kind of. I feel like I need to know the context. Like,
Okay, yeah. So, say you're at work and your colleague is at a different job and they text you and say, what are you doing? Like asking what you're doing on the job instead of saying, hey, what are you doing?
I don't know. I feel like just saying, "What are you doing?" That's like rude. Like none of your business.
Really? No, but, like, they need to know, they need to find out what you're doing, and it's just like a wait, maybe I'm just saying it wrong. Like, "What are you doing?" Is that
Um, I think so, yeah, if it's like a friend messaging you, like, seeing if you wanna hang out or something, like, what are you up to? What are you doing? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but without saying, like, hello or
Oh,
hey or hi.
oh, I don't know, I feel like if somebody randomly, like, out of the blue messaged me, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "I don't know, it depends, why?" Like, that sounds kinda suspicious. Like, are they gonna just show up at my house or something?
Hmm.
I don't know, I like the "hey," but maybe Gen Z doesn't.
Just straight to the point.
I don't know, I don't like that.
Hmm.
It seems like we've lost the, like, manners and politeness and just, like,
Yeah.
general social skills. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. I guess for me, like, I don't really see that as manners. Like, it doesn't bother me if someone was to just say, like, "What are you doing?" or
I think if it was in a conversation already, that's fine, but if it's just
Yeah, for
starting a
sure.
conversation, "What are you doing?" I don't know. It's rude. Say hi, say hello, "How are you? Hope things are good."
Have you noticed when I message you, I barely say hi?
Probably. I don't know. I spend a lot of time emailing. That's, like, my main way to communicate with all of my clients and stuff, so I think emailing is a bit
Oh,
different.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like email is more formal, so
Mm,
you do have a hello and then a thank you or kind regards or whatever your
yeah.
sign off is.
Mm.
You actually text me today for the first time and didn't say hello first.
No, I didn't. That's right. Naughty. Hello, Shan.
But I feel like I feel like we just have an ongoing conversation every day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to see when the last time you said hi was. 'Cause you did used to do that. You would say, like, "Hi, are we recording?"
Mm,
Or, like, when you send a voice note, you'll say, "Hi, blah, 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 blah." And when I send a voice note, I'm just straight away like,
yeah,
"Blah, blah, 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 blah."
yeah. Hmm, funny.
Maybe it depends, yeah, on the person. I don't know.
The one thing I cannot stand that Gen Z does is the "what you doing?" like the WYD. Just that. No,
Oh, do they still do that?
I don't know. I don't like it. Maybe it's not a thing anymore, but,
Mm,
like, the laziness. Like, that's not a good conversation starter either. "What you doing?"
mm.
"Not much." "What about you?" Ugh.
I think the whole shortened text was from when we had button phones and we couldn't type out the whole word
Mm.
because it would take ages.
Yeah, I guess that made sense.
Mm.
I've heard people say that emojis now have become like this new version of like hieroglyphics, like another language,
Oh.
because we understand what an emoji means
Mm.
in a way that maybe thousands of years from now, if they saw the emojis laid out, they might be like, they were trying to tell this story.
Yeah. Wow.
Pretty weird.
I've never thought of it like that.
Because they are like, we have a lot of emojis and they all mean something different. But like, even the dead face emoji, the skull, that means like
Mm.
laughing my ass off kind of thing. Or
Hysterics.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
But then I wonder if millennials have a different view on emojis
Yeah.
to Gen Z.
Yeah, probably. And then what's the new one? Gen Y? No, iGen, the new ones. Yeah,
Alpha.
that one. They'll like be raised on emojis and not know how to spell and stuff.
Mm. Isn't it crazy that my partner's millennial, I'm Gen Z, our son is Gen Alpha?
Mm.
It's an interesting household.
Mm. I was listening to this debate the other day. It was like a political debate between two people, but they were talking about how Gen Z has this like real issue right now, which I'd never thought of it like this, but using things like Afterpay and is it Klarna and things like that, where we're
Mhm.
using these buy now pay later things to buy everything, groceries and concert tickets and new shoes, and it's like I kind of not really thought about it much. Like, yeah, it's probably dangerous, but I try to not use it very much. But it's actually like it's basically a credit card, but we're
Mm.
not getting credit for it. Like it's not going towards our credit score. So it's actually kind of just a massive scam. And it shows how like what a bad place a lot of Gen Z is in if we're using
Mm.
this buy now pay later to buy everything. That's scary.
I'm so bad. I just use it because I can't be bothered getting my card. So I'll just use it and then I'll just go on Afterpay and pay it.
Yeah, I've used it to buy a few things. It's good. I like it, but I don't know. I'd never
Mm.
thought about it. The fact that they're actually doing this to like, there's all these loopholes to get around certain laws, so they don't have to worry about like a credit card company would have to do very different things compared to what Afterpay has to do, and they can charge the business quite a lot of money, like the small business that might be using
Oh,
Afterpay.
yeah.
Mm.
I've never thought about it from that perspective.
No, it's interesting. But
Mm.
there's so many people using it. And like if you ask a boomer what that is, they won't know. They'll say, oh,
Yeah.
credit cards and stuff. But this is a whole new world.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents would never use it.
Mm.
I think as well with Gen Z, we chase that instant gratification and those dopamine hits.
Hmm.
And we get that from using Afterpay because we can buy what we want and have it now, but then just pay it later.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, not good for the brain.
Yeah, and there isn't that like I worked hard, I made that money, I bought this thing, like I've earned this
Mm.
thing. I worked hard for it.
Yeah.
It's I got this thing. Oh, now I have to work for this for the next 2 months.
And then I think there's a lot of unconscious purchasing happening as well because you haven't had to wait.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you were to save for something, it gives you time to sort of get over the excitement of it. And then when it comes to having enough money to buy it, you might decide, oh, actually, I don't need that.
Mm, yeah, totally. Hmm.
It's probably something I should head towards getting rid of.
Mm. I mean, it's good to have for an emergency for something.
Mm, yeah.
Hmm.
I guess at this current point in my life right now, I don't know. It's not impacting anything,
Mm.
just maybe enabling my laziness.
Mhm. Yeah. I think what they were talking about in the debate was that it's concerning that a lot of Gen Z, it feels like they're just spending all their money now and not it's like money
Mm,
that they don't even have because they've given up on the idea of saving because they don't think they'll ever be able to afford a house anyway. So it's like, oh, whatever. I may as well just
yeah.
enjoy life.
Oh, if we go down a spiritual route with that, it always fascinates me with money because money is a frequency
Mm.
and money, anything that's held actually, gets stagnant
Hmm.
so it doesn't flow. And a pattern throughout my life is whenever I've had savings, my car has broken down and it all of a sudden needs to be fixed, and there goes all the savings. Or something will happen and I'll need to, use my savings to fix it. But then if I just free flow with life and not be so tight in the mindset of I have to have these savings
Mm.
and just let it flow up and down, then life is more on my side, I guess you could say, or money wise, I'm more attracting of it instead of draining it, chasing it away from my vibe being so attached.
Mm. Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I agree with part of that. That like when you are in that mindset, the money just flows, and you're not worried about money, so it comes like what you need comes, and life just goes on.
Yeah,
But I think
yeah,
to get to that stage where you're not worried about money, it's good to have like a bumper, like a buffer, whatever the word is, where like you have a few months of money put aside for an emergency, and then you're not thinking about,
yeah.
oh my god, how am I going to pay rent this week?
Yes and no, because that also could be classed as like a fear mindset and fear of running out.
I think I'm way more scared of if I don't have any money, then that's when I'm stressing, and that's when all of the bills show up because I'm manifesting more.
That's interesting because of that fear. So maybe I had the fear of my savings,
Mm,
like I've just saved for so long and now it's going to be, taken away from me.
mm.
And then you're in the mindset of like having nothing and then not knowing what to do. So that's when all your bills come.
Have we talked much about money mindset on here?
Don't think so.
Well, one of my favorite kind of like activities to do, I went down like a rabbit hole a few years ago learning about money and saving and becoming financially independent, and I wanted to be a billionaire, so I listened to like all of the experts. Um, and this one talks about how your earliest money memory or money memories in your life and how that can show maybe what the rest of your financial life looks like in your mindset without even noticing it, because so much of it, of how you interact with money, is from your parents or who raised you or what you grew up with. Like if you grew up in a really
Yeah.
poor home and your parents are fighting about money all the time, then you're going to have problems with money all the time. Yeah. Or like if a lot of us grew up where maybe you weren't struggling too much with money, but like maybe your dad always went like, "Oh, rich people are the worst. Oh, it must be nice to have that limousine. Oh, it must be nice to live there. Oh, it must be nice to go on vacation." And they'd always like kind of speak badly about rich people without
Mm,
even, it was like very subconscious. So maybe if you grew
yeah.
up with that as your role model, then you might subconsciously fear money and not like the idea of
A
being rich.
100%.
Mm,
Yeah. That's in your DNA.
mm,
Like that's how you're programmed and how your parents think about money is already in you from when you were born,
yeah.
as well as hearing it.
Mm. Whereas if the people that you grew up with, if they say things like, they worked really hard for that money, they deserve that, they're really wealthy because they owned all of these businesses and they put in the work, then you might grow up thinking, or like if you grow up with entrepreneur parents or something, you'll think, I can make it. I can be rich one day. I can do it. Like there's opportunities everywhere. So, yeah. So, what would be your first money memory? Do you know?
Mm, definitely the lack,
Hmm.
just the whole not having enough.
Yeah.
But then it was a double edged sword because they would say that, but then when it came to Christmas, everyone would have so much,
Mm,
so many gifts from them. And I would be thinking, that doesn't make sense.
no.
Like, if you can't afford that, why are you buying all of this?
Mm,
That was like a big theme in my life.
yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
Hmm. I think with what you were saying before, too, there's so many paths you can take when it comes to money mindset. Because even having entrepreneur parents that say, like they worked really hard, they deserve that, that ingrains the thought of you have to work hard to get anywhere. And I just don't believe that
Why not?
because I'm crazy. No, I don't know. I think the Pisces rising in me is very flowy, and I think success looks different to everyone. Like to me right now, success is being able to be a stay-at-home mum and live comfortably enough. Like this is gold to me.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of people would rather not sacrifice money to be in this position.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. It's strange. Like I get what you mean.
It's a really hard topic because there is so much to it and it really is different for everyone.
Yeah.
And I think for me to be in the position that I'm in now, I didn't work hard, like going out and working all the time, even though I definitely had a phase of that. But I did a lot of internal work and growth
Hmm.
and a lot of deep, deep, deep healing. But I guess it was hard work, but I wasn't calling it that.
Yeah.
I think that internal work leads you to where you want to be,
Hmm.
in my experience, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I think that that is hard work. Like that is not the easy road. The easy road would be just
Mm,
sitting and staying stagnant your whole life and never knowing yourself or what you really want.
yeah,
It might even be working a job hard, but it might not be like
yeah,
actually putting in any effort to get the life that you want, I guess.
yeah. I guess labeling it as hard work makes it be hard work.
Mm,
But if you don't label it as that, then it's just work and this is what you're doing to get to where you want to be.
mm,
And yeah, you for sure you'll have harder days
yeah,
and a lot of challenges, but that's what essentially gets you forward,
mm,
overcoming those challenges.
yeah. And I think I'm a big believer in like taking responsibility for your own life and not
Mm,
kind of blaming anyone else. I see that so often, especially with
yeah.
like certain relatives of mine, not in this side of the family, but just that they have this like really hard life and they blame it all on like their childhood.
Mm,
And for you can up to a point, but then you're an adult. You have your own family. You have your own life. It's been years.
yeah.
You can change things now. You can evolve. You know?
100%. Yeah.
Mm,
Coming from someone who has done that, I went through a small phase of blaming my childhood for all the things that I was attracting and all the crazy things that happened to me. But then I got to a point where I realized blaming was just making it worse. And then I really remembered, hello, this is my life now.
mm,
Like, I'm old enough to make my own choices. I can change this.
yeah.
I can find the root of where all of this stems from and change it. It's not my parents' fault. They did their absolute best with what they had and what they knew.
Mm,
And now it's up to me to make those changes and then do things differently for my children's childhood.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You have to. Otherwise, you'll just be stuck in this hole and you're
Yeah,
making it.
not breaking any cycles.
Yeah. And you're miserable because of yourself at that stage. It's not because of your childhood, it's because you're holding on to it and making it hard for yourself. Get your crap together. I don't know.
Exactly. I think a common theme on our side of the family is working to the bone.
Mm-hmm.
Like our family works so, so, so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a cycle that I've definitely broken.
Yep.
It's actually scary to say that because a majority of society think you're successful if you have a good career or a job. And when you don't have that, like, you can almost, well, I used to feel a weight of that, people judging and thinking, well, what are you? You're nothing.
Mm,
But reframing my definition of success really shifted my mindset and took that weight off.
mm,
So I thought, this is success to me. I don't have to fit into your idea of it.
mm. I think it's important as well to have to have a purpose, to have something that drives you, and that can be your career,
Mm,
that can be your business, it can be a hobby, whatever, your kid, but, you have to have something or multiple things that motivate you and inspire you and, push you,
mm,
and I think, that's why a lot of, someone who maybe gets fired from their job or made redundant or something, they'll often become really depressed because all of a sudden they have, no purpose, so they have to find
yeah.
something.
Yeah, I think, wow, I don't want to make this all about me, but I've had similar lessons, and the one purpose that's never changed for me, and the one thing that I've just been able to just have and know that it's not going to get taken away from me is growth and
Mm,
internal healing.
yeah.
The only way someone could take that away from me is if I. And yes, my time on earth will expire one day, but
Yeah.
until then, like, that's my purpose.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I guess it is. That's why we all came here.
Yeah. And I think everything we're doing leads us back here.
Oh no. Back to Earth? Surely not.
No, back to ourselves and our internal
Oh.
healing and the things we need to grow through.
Mm.
This episode's gone real
Mm.
woo woo real
Yeah,
fast.
we're getting deep. That reminds me, I think Mercury retrograde is over today. Yeah,
Yes!
thank goodness. And it was just a full moon. Was it yesterday or something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yesterday or the day before.
Mm. And then we had the Lionsgate portal as well in 8/8. So it's been intense.
Yeah, the Lionsgate. How did you feel around that time?
I honestly don't even think I noticed. I don't know. Didn't feel didn't feel like there was anything really happening at that stage. But I don't know. I feel like things are
Oh,
coming. If that makes sense.
yeah. That's kind of nice. Maybe you're exactly where you need to be.
Hmm.
You don't need to make too many shifts.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I guess things are shifting in my business.
Hmm.
It feels like there is a bit of a change just with the season, like heading into spring. Like
Hmm.
I'm feeling a little bit more inspired. I don't know. What about you? What did you notice anything?
Yeah, it was so crazy. So I've always been like pretty good at manifesting, but I'm terrible at making decisions. So usually I make the wrong one, which isn't the wrong one, but it just leads me down a harder road to learning a more difficult lesson or learning something a much harder way than I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
But then obviously I needed to, otherwise, yeah, you get it. But yeah, I really noticed. So, just like one little example, my parents came over on the weekend and I was doing lunch and I couldn't decide whether to make focaccia bread and do sandwiches or to make a lasagna. And then I was just thinking about it and then I was like, okay, like I'll just decide later, whatever. And then I completely let it go and forgot about it. And then later, a couple hours later, I went on Instagram, and the first thing that popped up was a focaccia recipe
Mm.
from like this amazing chef that I know. And I just thought, wow, it's been decided for me. But so many of those things happened during that time, like the 2 days before, and then maybe like a day after.
Hmm. That's cool.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool.
I have been noticing a ton of like recurring numbers in the last week, like 111, 222, 333,
Mm,
555, like so many throughout all day long. Don't know what that means.
that's good. To me, that means you're on the right track.
Mm.
I used to see them all the time, and then for maybe like a month or so, I stopped seeing them.
Mm.
And that was when my mental health was sort of dipped a bit.
Mm.
And then now I've started seeing them again, which is cool.
Hmm. Yeah, interesting.
Mm. Okay, I have another question.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever known anyone to yawn in their sleep?
No. I think you don't need to.
My partner yawns in his sleep.
Mm.
It is the weirdest thing ever.
Often?
Um, what would you say often
Like, has
is
it happened
like?
more than once? Like more than one night?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Strange. He must be really tired.
I've never known anyone to do that, and he thinks that he has known people who do it.
I don't know. Never noticed. Isn't yawning just like trying to get more oxygen to your brain or something?
Yeah, well, that's what my dad was saying.
Hmm.
Actually, that's exactly what he said
Yeah.
when I told him that. He said, "Oh, maybe he just needs more oxygen."
Yeah.
And then also, can you smell ants?
No.
What?
No. I've never tried.
I can smell ants. You've never tried.
No. I've never.
I haven't tried either, but I know, like, if I was to squash an ant, I can smell it, and it stinks.
What do they smell like?
Disgusting.
I know ladybugs smell.
Yeah, I can smell them too. Ants is sort of similar, but more like
They're
potent.
too small. There's no smell.
There is a
I don't
smell.
know. I've never felt the urge to try to whiff an ant.
I haven't tried. It just hits me.
It would just like go straight up your nose. They're so small.
Apparently, there's a small percentage of the population that yawns in their sleep, and there's also a small percentage that can smell ants.
Wow. You guys are so special.
I would love to know if any of you listening can smell ants or yawn in your sleep
Hmm.
because it's so fascinating.
Is it like a noisy yawn? Is it like ah?
Yeah, yeah, like full blown, like wakes me up.
Huh. Strange. I've just got my King's Seed order confirmation. I ordered lots of flowers.
Oh, exciting. What did you get?
Some wonderful wildflowers, some vibrant bouquet flowers, and some organic edible flowers. And
Cool.
then a few little things I got for free: thyme, tomatoes, basil, and onion. I'm
Nice.
just gonna like throw flowers around and hope for the best.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah.
We'll share our gardening journeys on our Instagram.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
We hope you enjoyed this very random episode.
I thought it was a good one. It was deep.
Yeah, I like it when we just chat, and it really helps that we don't do an intro.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe one day we'll bring them back. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you're subscribed and like the stuff and
Oh, and share.
yeah,
Share on your story. Share it to your friends.
rate us.
help us grow, please.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.